morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming and joining us today in one of the greatest announcements of the history of Fluke networks. Who had been, I have a quick question before we start and go into this discussion. Who had been using DTX since 2004? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2004. So from the initial announcement in 2004, we still have people using it. How many DTX have you broken since 2004 till now? 0. Did you break any?
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. Whoa, that's mission impossible here. So, Fluke networks, we have changed the word of testing, the whole concept of testing back in years. So, today, well actually on June 10th, evening at 4 o'clock, the day before yesterday, we announced the first launch of what we're coming here and joining here today. We could not tell you exactly why we're doing the conference. We were saying about testing challenges. Yes, it's a testing challenges. But at that time, we could not tell you that we're coming to launch a product called Versa. So, I'm going to start my presentation today by first introducing myself. Some of you know me, some of you don't know me. Some of you don't like me, maybe. I don't know, maybe. My name is Wael Dalati. I'm the distribution account manager for the Middle East, Africa, Turkey region of Fluke Networks. And I'm responsible, my direct responsibility is for the cable testing product range of Fluke Networks. In Fluke Networks, we have different types of products. I will do a quick overview to give you an idea what we do in the whole Fluke Networks, because we're not only cable testing and certification company, but we're a lot more than that also. So, we're here to witness the launch of our baby now. Let's view a little bit of some videos.
Meet the new normal, where yesterday's fast is today's slow, where expectations and pressures exceed anything we've seen before. Meet multiple jobs, multiple job sites, multiple crew members, meet challenging new requirements, shorter timelines, and Tim, the new guy. Meet Versiv. As the newest member of the Fluke Networks cable certification family, Versiv is the ultimate tool for the ultimate to-do list. Engineered with the projects management system that tracks job requirements and progress from setup to systems acceptance, Versiv makes sure all tests are completed correctly. The Taptive user interface turns everyone on the team into a testing expert by simplifying setup, eliminating errors, and making troubleshooting and testing, both copper and fiber links, twice as fast. Versiv is designed to get more jobs done with less supervision, ensuring fewer errors and less hassle, getting jobs done once and for all. Put the difference to the bottom line. Get ready to get systems acceptance faster. With Versiv, what seems impossible becomes possible. Meeting becomes exceeding. Doing becomes doing more. And achieving becomes overachieving.
That's reality. We need to overachieve. Contractors on site have a lot of challenges. It's a reality that we spend a lot of time on troubleshooting, testing, and troubleshooting, and something goes wrong, and we troubleshoot, and we spend a lot of time. And that's where we come with Versa today, to make sure that everybody from any organization, even from the very basic technician in the organization today, can use our Versa model. So the Versa, I'm sorry if I misuse or misabuse this product, but the Versa is what we are having today as the product that can handle all the challenges. Oh, sorry, is it phone? Oh, sorry, forget about it. That's how it's Versa. That's how it's Fluke Networks. Robust, very robust, very, very robust. So people who have been using DDX for the past years, 2004 to 2013, Versiv can get you for the next decade. So this is Versive. We're going to go into a lot of facts, a lot of reasons behind why this development has come in, what has happened behind the scenes in the standard, and what are the reasons for the main message here. Get ready to overachieve. For you as contracting company, installation companies, consultants, this is the next generation, this is the future. Another quick video.
Testing and reporting are the last steps of a cabling job, and a contractor doesn't get paid until they're done. We studied over 800 contractors that installed nearly 1 million links and identified the issues that interfere with that process. In just 1 month, those issues cost them over $2 million. That's a week's worth of wasted labor, time, and profits on a 1,000 drop job. But if you overcome those problems, you can overachieve. That's what the Versive design team set out to do.
One of the first things you notice about Versive is the touchscreen. It provides all the efficiencies that everyone expects with a smartphone. Pinch and zoom, swiping, tapping, and full keyboards. But we went further with the user interface design to eliminate errors. For example, one of the most common calls we get in tech support is about negative fiber loss measurements. They're caused by setting the reference incorrectly, which is easy to do. And when it happens, it means all the fibers have to be retested. But the Taptive user interface steps the user through the process, eliminating the problem. I am not going to get those calls from Versive users.
Contractors' teams vary from experts with credentials to temps brought in for big jobs. Because of that, thousands of hours are wasted waiting for an expert to set up the tester, troubleshoot a failed link, or interpret an OTDR trace. We designed the Taptive UI so that anyone could perform these tasks right the first time they use it.
Contractors are usually working on multiple jobs with multiple cable types at the same time and moving testers from one location to another and back. It's no surprise that thousands of hours are spent retesting cables that were already tested or tested wrong, turning profits into losses. That's why we created the projects management system. You enter all the details and give the job a name. Then if you need to switch jobs, you just select it from the list. Projects tracks all the details, including how much of each job is done and if the results have been uploaded. And if you're using multiple testers, you can simply transfer the job information and test results from tester to tester and consolidate on a linked report.
In today's business environment, there's no place for retesting, waiting, or mistakes. When you use Versive, you'll get the job done faster, with fewer errors, and get paid sooner. If you're ready to overachieve, Versive is ready for you.
My voice is loud enough normally to be heard at the back. Can you hear me? Hello? Yes. Just not thinking about acting as a different person. Okay. The easy way. So the idea here is we've come out with a new tester, a new methodology, a new testing concept. It's not about tuning the machine, setting the configuration, and going to the testing. There's a lot of things that happen on the field, a lot of failures, a lot of stuff that always you call the supervisor or you call the person who configured the equipment. Well, I'm in trouble, I tested wrongly. Please come and reconfigure. So we have changed that with a project concept. So projects is our new terminology for arranging multiple projects into one single tester, or transferring the same project to multiple testers. So things like this are becoming now a lot faster. You don't have to waste your time in the field simply figuring out which project you are, what setup you need, do you need fiber, do you need copper, which test standard, which cable you're using, shielded, unshielded, single mode, multi-mode, is OM2, OM4, TIA, ISO, all this, you forget about it. You do one time the configuration back in the office and then you come into the site and and all this stuff. We'll go through the details, but projects is one of the concepts that we're coming with. Adaptive, everything is now touchscreen, very simple, not complicated. You simply follow the process. And definitely the people who have been using Fluke Networks components, Linkware is one of your resources. So 3 components rebuilt together into the next generation of tester today. So what are we talking about? So we're talking about a platform today that can do almost everything. Not almost, I would say everything you need. Almost is not enough initially. Everything is enough. So whether you need copper, whether you need fiber power meter, whether you need OTDR, whether you need wireless, LAN network testing, everything is combined with one single platform, which is the Versa. Names of each of these platforms is different, but at least Versa is the great platform. Now turning on green. So, until I get my microphone done, apparently this is a bad leak. Okay, now I can save my voice for the remaining of the day. Good. So, what are we talking about? We're talking about the concepts of looking at Fluke Networks is one of the leading edge in designing cable infrastructure components. So, we do follow our strategy. We follow our ancestors. So we like to have our name, we like our name, we like you to carry our equipment, but we like you to use our equipment. And the beauty of our equipment is that it's modular. Whatever you need is simply unplug something, plug another thing, you're using the same module, you go on, you go on. On the DTX, how we do it? Copper, remove copper, you want fiber, plug in the copper fiber. You don't want fiber, you want OTDR, you plug in the compact OTDR, and you continue working. And this is continuation of what we have been doing before. So, what is the Versa model is all about? It's the next generation of copper cable testing, which has a testing limit up to a gigahertz. So we're talking today about gigahertz, which is a standard today in terms of cable testing. I'm not talking here about cabling, standards of structure cable manufacturers. This has been set a while back in the ISO standards. But talking about an accuracy leveling copper cabling, this is what we are good about now. And whoever has been telling that before, sorry to say, the reality is coming in a few slides. Fiber Pro is optical loss test, the OptiFiber Pro TDR, and the one-touch network assistant. So we have 4 platforms today, 4 different modules to help you do your job, finish your job, execute your job, and exit the site with less time and get your money back and pay back as quickly as you can. As the video was talking, we're believing a lot in the projects management system, which we have developed completely, and the whole concept behind it has been developed to cater for your need, for the site need, and for what the customer, the project manager, the field, the consultants, end users, everybody needs in the field. And at the end, everybody likes these days to carry smartphones, carry iPads, Android stuff. We like the feeling of the touch. We start to hate a little bit the feeling of touching buttons. Everything now is tactile. Everything with your fingers, you can completely configure the equipment. Sorry? Even BlackBerry, they have this new QZ equipment. Yeah, we're not getting to promote BlackBerry, sorry. So, we have 7 reasons. We have come up with a good 7 reasons to deliver these messages to you, to tell you the history and the story behind our new product. So, we're talking about a product that is modular. So, whether you need copper today, you can get the copper module. You need fiber, okay, as simple as it can be. You simply unplug the copper, you gather the fiber module, you put it in, and then you have it ready. And now my configuration has changed from a DSX to 35 Pro. So configuration is as fast as it can be. Simply unplug, plug a new module, and you can do copper testing, power measurement, and even up to the OTDR level into one single platform. You don't change your equipment. That's a lot simpler than it used to be before. And for the larger installation companies who might need all in all in everything, we have developed our biggest bundle, which has all what you need. It's one big box you carry, which cater for copper. You see the copper cable, and use the mouse to be a lot easier. So you see the DSX, the Versat platform. You see the copper modules, which are there. You see the 35 watt modules, which is the power measurement. You see the OTDR module, which is the OptiFiber Pro, and then you see on the side the. Can anybody know? Does anybody know what is that one? One Touch AT, exactly. So One Touch AT is our network tester, which is also part of the platform. So you can get one module. You can do. It has wireless in it because of the antenna. You can see the antenna, the direction antenna on top of it. So what we can do today, we can do copper certification, fiber certification at tier 1, fiber troubleshooting at tier 2 with OTDRs, with OptiFiber Pro, and we can do network troubleshooting wired and wireless with one platform. That's one single platform to do it. That's only Versat. So installation companies, we have a better, bigger solution for you. You go one time to the customer, you go out one time and finish. You sort out and you fix everything at the customer premises. So, Fluke Networks, we like to make things a lot simpler. Yes? Tell me.
What dynamic range you talk about?
That would be, put it in the question. So we will have a session for question and answers. That will be part of that. So, dynamic range of the OFP, OptiFiber Pro. It will be answered in a few slides, but keep that question answered, at least to make sure that we answer these questions. So please, if any questions you have, let us know. We put it on the board. While we go through the presentations, we can answer. So, again, back to Fluke Networks. Who has used OptiFiber Pro in the field? I know some companies here have used or tried OptiFiber Pro in the field. The beauty of OptiFiber Pro, let's see one. The beauty of OptiFiber Pro is the simplicity that we made testing, OTDR testing. So we don't need in OTDR to go back to traces and figure out, well, what does it mean, that pulse or that drop? Is it a loss or is it a reflection? Which one is reflection, which one is loss, which one is ghost? We make things a lot easier. So because of that concept, we like to make things easier. The whole Versat is made to make life a lot easier. So you don't need to spend time trying to figure out what's going on. Only what you need to do is, even a basic technician today can operate the whole Versat family. Whether copper certification, fiber certification on tier 1, fiber troubleshooting on tier 2, even the One Touch. So we like to have a simple system. And we have some companies who have really tried it, and they expanded their platform, and they got more and more equipment. And we have a lot of examples that how companies made a lot of benefit in time and money by using our component. So back in the 90s, It was supposed to be the top expert engineer. You have to be probably a PhD holder to operate some sort of these equipments. It was too difficult. It was not easy. In the 90s, things started changing with the digital certification, digital cable certification, where things started, yes. Now I don't need a PhD, maybe a bachelor in engineering can do the job. So we can get a tester with a pass and fail. By the way, that microtest company is a company that we acquired back in days, and it's part of the Fluke Networks family. So in 1999, things changed where we could do power meter power certification on bidirectional level. So again, Fluke Networks was behind the development of these things. 2004, the people were brave. 2004 was the birthday of the DTX, and till now, DTX still in thousands and tens of thousands in the world being tested, and not seen a single unit that has broken down, unless you put a truck on it, then yes, possibly it will break, if it will break. So, where we are today, after 9 years, we are launching the Versal platform. So in 2013, this is the birth of the next generation of testers. So we want to make things simple with having one platform that can handle multiple projects with multiple people and get to at the end the signature of the project manager and the consultant, and you get your money paid back. Back in history, we were focusing only on the people who are in the field, the technicians who are going to the field to test with these equipments. That was the focus on the DTX, which was to a certain extent true. But there are other players in the project. There's end users who might influence about specification. There's the consultant who wants to make sure that you're executing what the customer wants. Manufacturers want to make sure that you do the right job because they want to get warranties. We have Fluke Networks. We want to make sure that you configure right in the right way the equipment to go to the field, and all the different channels in the project that can influence. So now all the headache comes on whom? Effectively, it is not the technician in the field. The technician in the field who goes at best is the executor. The project manager, whether in the installation company or in the main contractor or any company, is the one who's going to handle the whole burden. So the whole focus on developing the Versal was how we can help structure the project management methodology in cable testing. And that's what we are at Versal. So what does the project manager think of today? A project manager might have 2, 3, 4, 5 projects at the same time. So, and not only projects, each project might have multiple types of cabling. You might enter the project, you need, okay, copper, fiber, coaxial, whatever. So you might have multiple systems inside one single project. You might have even multiple of that project. The project manager has to really understand and deal with, is it the TIA, that project, is it TIA specified, or ISO, or satellite, or. So we have to deal with multiple standards per project or for multiple projects. Again, all these things, the project manager in the cable installation companies has to get ready and prepared. You don't want to enter the site, the consultant wants an ISO, and you go and test TIA, and he wants Cat 6, you test Cat 5e, and you end up after 10,000 outlets that, after 1 month of testing, I have to retest everything back again. Whom do we blame? Technician who went to execute the test, or the project manager because he did not do the right job? He did not study the document before he gave the equipment to the technician to go to the field. So that's part of the dilemmas that come in the mind of project managers. When we talk about even technicians, you might have technicians who are really good in copper, but they're not that good in fiber. The other way, even. We might have experts in OTDR. When we get them to do some basic copper testing, they panic. Versive makes technicians easily understanding what is the different models and different platforms that we can test. So, understanding the difference. Do you understand all of these components? Next, facts, power sum, next, ACR. This is sometimes, for some technicians, is a bit challenging. With our platform today, we make life a lot easier. We can do the whole measurement, report that to you, and you can tell whether this measurement has been done correctly or not. Look at this concept. You might be in such a situation where today you're working on a project, you finish one floor, by the time you finish, you go to another floor or to another project, you start testing, and then all of a sudden your boss calls, okay, hey, stop testing here, I need another site, I have an emergency. You move your equipment to another test, to another site, and you start testing. What can go wrong here? Mix of names. So cable ID might be wrong. Different cable types. Result mixed up. We don't know. What you might find yourself with 500 results. Which ones were for the first side, which one for the second side, if you miss to put them into folders. Standards. Side A might be Cat 6A, side B might be Cat 5E. 6A might be working on shielded, Cat 5E might be UTP. And you might be enjoying testing, like test. Test is fun, yes. Clicking is fun. 10 seconds to get a result is wonderful, but when you do wrong things, you have to go back again and fix things. What happens if you have problems in between? You have to go back and troubleshoot. Which side had the problem if I messed up? So always we were focusing on testing, but what about project management? That's the whole core development, one of the core developments in the Versive today. So we can help installation companies who have technicians who might jump from site to site, who might deal with multiple projects, to preload information on the equipment ahead of time and get this information fixed in the field in no time. So initially, VTX was focusing on testing and troubleshooting. That was the whole concept. So you need to test, certify, yes, let's go. Pack, test, green flag, certified, done, submit for warranty, it's done. You see a frame, whether you yourself or somebody else will come and fix, is subject to company to company, but it was all about basic overlook of the project and was purely focusing on copper cabling system. Today, we looked at the whole process of a project. So we went deeper. We would try to understand project management concept. What does it mean in the project management concept? So the whole project is not about testing and troubleshooting, but it's planning. You need to plan the project before. You need to understand what's happening. What does it mean planning? So you need to know, is it going to be a single job or multiple jobs? That's one part of the initial planning of the project. So you need to know, do I need one tester, multiple tester, or I need one person? Earlier, you might need multiple testers. How to get these testers? This will be another challenge. With Versive today, you can plan with one unit. You can plan a whole project, whether it's copper, fiber, even OTDR, even network. Setting up the equipment. How many times we go to the site and set wrong limits, set wrong configuration? It's very normal. Please, who has set his equipment wrongly in a site and went and done some testing? I did it also. So no, there's no harm of saying it, but it's a fact. We might make mistakes. We got so busy with the field, so we simply lose some of our focus in some areas, we put it in another area, and a small mistake in testing can hit us. So setting up the equipment before we go to the field is very important. And that's where today we can cater for that. Troubleshooting, we have something called fix later in the equipment today. So if you remember the video, when we were loading the video, you see a list of tests that were passing, and on the top, list of failing tests. So these are a fix later test. So for a project manager, you can look at the screen today, okay, I have 500 tests, 25 are failing, and 475 are good. So I don't need to see the 475, forget about them. They are passing, I don't need to see details. I need to fix these 25 links that had a problem. This is my focus today. From project management, from technician, from even supervisor, whoever is troubleshooting, whoever is fixing, I don't care about the passing links. They are done, they are finished. Where is my problem? Focus on your time. Don't waste your time. In the reporting, that's where we'll see it in Linkware. The people who have used Linkware knows it. Now Linkware is growing more and more. So we'll see some features about it later on. And at the end of the day, if you do a proper reporting, you get the system acceptance, you get the biggest smile in your life when you get the project manager or the consultant type A approval or signing on your acceptance. That's where you know that now you are ready to ask for your money. This is where all of us work to reach to the last step, get the money back. So, looking at projects, we can see that we can have today in the machine multiple projects with multiple objectives. And if we look at the right one, I think I'll let me use the mouse to be better. So, when I use the Versa today, I can configure multiple projects. Here, let's say there's 5 projects configured. I see Wildfire has been 100% tested. So for project managers, technicians, you can tell immediately whether this project has been completed or not. You pre-configure the project initially. You tell all the details of the project, and with one view, you can tell, is the project complete? Like that's 100% complete with 1,536 links. So it's 100% complete, but can you read here? 0% exported. What does it mean? It's still on the machine. Anything wrong here? Why did you leave 1,500 links laying on the machine and you did not export it? It has big capacity. Forget about it. But in terms of our recommendation as Fluke Networks, at the end of each day, please export your data to your computer. You don't know what can happen. Maybe something can go wrong. Maybe the machine can get stolen. Maybe the machine can go down for a reason. What happens to these 1,500 links you tested? 2, 3 days, 5 days, 1 week of testing. You need to retest again. But it tells you ideas. It tells you as a project, it flashes you some ideas as a project manager. First, it's 100% complete, so it's good. At least no problems. 0% exported, that means it needs to be encoded into the computer. And what about the remainings? You see, the CPOD 144 is 100% tested, 100% exported. So this is completely on the computer now. When you see other sites, like Evergreen Way has 10 fails, 26 links, 21% tested, and 0% exported. So it gives you an idea, on the spot, how many links are passed, how many links have failed you have. You need, as a project manager, to focus on the red links. That one is my biggest flag today. How do I fix these 10 links? The first technician went to the field, did the test, come back to the office with my report. How do I fix it? So the whole project today, the whole project's concept is built around visual stuff. We're making things visual to you. So whether you have multiple projects, how to visualize multiple projects, and within one project, how you can go inside the project and see in one click, go with the operator, how many links are passing, failing, which cable test standard you have been using, which cable ID list you have been using. All of that within one click, you can see it. Earlier in DTX, you have to do, if you need to do the cable ID, You have to do setup and manually, you do all this right, left, up, down, and repeat yet. All this time consuming to create things are gone today. Projects is a lot better. So imagine if you have one unit, 6 projects, and people are roaming. All what you need to do, whenever you go to any project, okay, I'm today in Redmond, or let's say in CPOD. I click on CPOD, configuration of CPODs popped up in front of me, and simply I start testing. I don't need to care about what is configuration inside, because somebody had done the job before. I don't need to reconfigure every single site I go in. So all you can configure on the equipment. And the good news, you can configure up to 100 projects on the Versal. So get business to 100 projects and you can still test with Versal today. So, the third reason behind thinking about Versal and the development of the Versal is we are 100% standard compliant. In Fluke networks, we don't bluff people. With the culture, I cannot say more than that, probably. I'm in a different country, maybe I would say it. But we don't like to lie on people. When you invest with Fluke networks, you invest in a standard compliant equipment. You don't need to think about, if that standard changed, do I need to change the tester? If, okay, we're giving you a future proof